So have you seen any of these? BuzzFeed does a thing where they compare like a cheap version of food versus a more expensive version of a food. I watched the sushi.
I've seen a couple of them. I've seen some of those ones. Some of those ones.
I've actually, I want to go to the different sushi places they went to.
All of them?
All of them, actually, because I love sushi. And they do it for different various types of food. There's pizza one, there's a steak one that you probably caught there in the introduction as we were pulling out. But, so they do this thing. I think we can one-up it. Personally, there's a very, very nice delicacy that I think a lot of people possess in their house. They might not be aware of it. There are different tiers of said delicacy, though. And I want to compare the different tiers of it, different ranges. So why don't we go up, we'll grab a hold of this beautiful delicacy, and we'll do a BuzzFeed style comparison. We'll one up their game. Now you may be wondering what this amazing delicacy is. Again, I said that you probably possess it at your house. You might be able to fetch it right now, right this second. As you're watching this, you can eat alongside me. But we got a couple different tiers here. So we're gonna start off, okay? This is gonna be a comparison of the $9 cardboard. And then we'll move along after this to the upper echelon, the $400,000 cardboard, okay? You're wondering how that's possible? I'll show you in just a moment. But this box here came along with a $9 product, right?
$9 set of Tupperware.
All right. So this, you know, it's the bargain, but we'll see how it tastes. You know, it could actually end up being pretty good for the price.
Is this a bang for your buck? That's what we're trying to find.
That is what we're trying to figure out. Much like BuzzFeed tried to figure out if the $3 sushi is bang for your buck, we're trying to figure out if the $9 cardboard is bang for your buck. You do get a lot of it for $9. I'm going to take off a very nice bite-sized portion here.
A healthy portion.
You don't want to overdo it when it comes to
You'll have a lot of lean gains.
It's very rich. It's a very rich substance, okay? You don't need much in order to get the full effect from it. Now, you just have to pick it up good.
You have to want it.
You really do. You gotta really, what I'm doing right now is I'm not actually trying to pick it up. I'm putting some aeration holes in it to aerate the board.
It brings the flavors out.
It does. And then when you're ready to eat it, then you just flip it on. It's got a bit of smoky.
Smoky?
Smoky. It has a little bit of smoky aged taste to it, which is really good, like considering.
How's the texture?
Only $9. The texture, though, that's where you kind of see the price point of it a little bit. It's a little bit brittle and a little bit. It kind of, once you get to a point, it doesn't chew any further. It's kind of tough. It's like stale jerky almost. So the price is starting to show a little bit. The taste.
It's on point though.
Taste is on point though.
A fresh box, a fresh cardboard box, delivered today.
All right, so we got our fill again. The $9 cardboard here. We haven't compared it to anything yet, so we're just gonna have to see where it goes. But so far, I'm impressed. All right, so from here, let's move it along to the $400,000 cardboard. Now you may be wondering how a piece of cardboard gets to the price point of $400,000. How does it become that much of a delicacy that someone would be willing to pay that much for it? Well, fortunately, we have here today a sample of this very fine specimen stored in a vault of sorts, aged to perfection in a very luxurious environment. Now, you see, this piece of cardboard actually came with this vehicle here, the MSRP of which is approximately $400,000. So therefore, that makes this piece of cardboard a $400,000 delicacy.
That's how it works.
That is. Now, this thing has actually been aged to perfection inside the vault, the vineyard.
The vineyard.
Look at this. It even has the fermentation marks on it of a true gourmet piece of cardboard. This has been aging for quite some time now.
Also, we want to see you grab it out of there to make sure this is a real cardboard box.
It is a real cardboard box. We're not faking anything. This is the creme de la creme. The 675 LT cardboard, okay? Only 500 like it in the entire world. Now, we're actually going to take a piece of this and give it a try. I know, you never thought you'd see the day, but today is that day. Now, on BuzzFeed, they go to the restaurants, they get served the food, they try it, but here, we give you the history, okay? You saw me retrieve the cardboard. You don't have to take someone else's word for it. You saw the worth firsthand.
I believe that's called farm to table.
It is. This is straight from the farm here, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, contained within inside, we have some jumper cables really providing some electrolytes into this cardboard here.
$400,000 electrolytes.
Yes, and then we've also got a user manual for battery tender, as well as a front license plate mount, which is sacrilege on a vehicle like that.
You're not going to twist tie that onto the front of your car?
That's a negative. I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm gonna snip off a little corner here, okay? And this is very potent. This is very potent cardboard, all right? So we don't need to grab that much. And we wanna make sure we handle it with great care. You see this? This is one of the world's finest delicacies. In fact, such a delicacy that we only need to provide one aeration hole for
just
it,
the
right
one.
There, just the one. You don't want to let it breathe too much because this is already fermented.
It's already so breathable that it only needs the one.
It's hard because after I consume it, it's gone. Like I really want to savor this
You have
moment.
to appreciate it. I mean, you do have the rest of this box here, so.
I do, but I just don't know if I want to get rid of it all at once. Okay, here we go. It's much smoother, possibly because of the white leaded, perhaps, coating.
It's leaded? It has lead paint?
Potentially, yes, which is giving it a much smoother. It's not quite as smoky. I'm really trying to savor it.
It's a more sophisticated taste.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas the $9 box is more of a rustic, home-style taste.
No, you're right, you're hitting the nose on it. You're hitting the nose. So now the question that we have to answer is the $400,000 cardboard really worth it? Would you, if presented with the opportunity at a fine dining establishment, would you opt for the $400,000 cardboard, or would you go for the $9 cardboard? Which really is better bang for your buck? Now, there's no doubt in my mind that the $400,000 is better. It has a more fine, refined taste to it. I believe you will enjoy it more, but is it worth the $400? I just don't think so, honestly. I think your $9 cardboard is genuinely a better bang for your buck.
It's good enough.
Which, it pains me a bit, just because I do have more of an emotional investment to the pricier piece. But you know what? I'm doing this for your benefit, and so I want to be honest with you. $9 cardboard it is. You heard it here first, folks.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with an old $9 box. We'll see you next time.